Hey, niece. You see my t-shirt? Tiffany Smith Bell got this for me. TSB. TSB sent this to me. Hey, girl, hey. Hey, boy, hey. I was just in here getting ready to edit. Brandon, sit down somewhere. You wouldn't know what to do with this if I gave you some. I was just in here editing a podcast. We're returning. So much to say podcast will be returning in March, the month of March. Let me go ahead and pin this website down here. Brandon, I need you to go over to CraigTheWriterStewart.com and click on that shop button and order you a So Much to Say podcast mug. Let me show you. Got mine in today. Hold on, niece. Oh, shit. I'm glad when these cuts on my fingers heal. This hurts. Did you all start receiving your mugs yet? Did you all start receiving your mugs yet? Hey, Christy Burt Williams. Did you all receive your mugs? Good day, thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. I'm Craig the Writer Stewart, and this is the Facebook Live version of So Much to Say. These are my thoughts in my voice on black shit, white shit, gay shit, and everything in between. Listen, I was in a car accident. Who was that that asked what happened to my hand? Hey, Dawn Perrion Thomas. What's up, niece? Hey, Royal B. I was in a car accident last week. For those who didn't know, yeah, I was the passenger. We were driving and hit another car and went into a tree. Tiffany Smith Bell, didn't you get me this t-shirt? Dear police, I am a white woman. Yeah, I'm okay. You know, I had I sprained an ankle. I have some rotator cuff issues going on. And my fingers are all cut up. It is right on the crease of your finger. So every time I bend my fingers, it's like it opens the cut back up. And then these up here, you know, but it's starting to heal. And but I've been getting a lot of issues with my arm and my forearm. It's like aching a lot. But I'm going to therapy and physical therapy and all that stuff. But anyway, listen. My mugs came today. Look, my little So Much to Say podcast mugs came today. Look at that. Look at that. So when y'all having y'all drinks and stuff in the morning at work and stuff, and people be asking you, like, oh, girl, this is the So Much to Say mug. Listen, Dawn, we walked away from that accident. Everybody involved, because the woman that we hit, she ran into a tree too. She ran into the tree next to us. And everybody walked away. So that ain't nothing but a blessing, because I'm going to tell you, the EMT came and they said, I've never seen an accident this bad and people walk away from it. Like there were no broken bones. Like they kept saying, you're lucky to be alive. I'm like, well, did I defy death? And look, coming back from LA the other day, the flight was so bumpy and rickety, right? And I kept thinking, dear God, please let this plane land safely. I was thinking to myself, like, now listen, I done walked away from an accident where we hit a tree, and don't tell me the plane is gonna go down. Look, you done survived the car accident and about to go down on the plane. Please don't, please, Lord. Listen, I love this one. But listen, we have a Hey Niece. We have a Hey Niece mug. I didn't order that one. And we have a Hey Boy Hey mug. And we got a Hey Girl Hey mug. They're all available over at my website, CraigTheWriterStewart.com. So listen, those of you that are new, Dawn Perignon, and somebody else in here is new too. Royal B. My podcast is free. It's called So Much to Say. I was actually sitting here editing a podcast because we're going to come back the first Monday in March. What date is that? We're going to come back the first Monday in March. Right, Final Destination. You know what I'm saying? Like you survive one thing and then you get killed from something else. Ooh, rebuke that. So the first Monday in March is March 4th. So the podcast we're going to come back from our little sabbatical. Yes, Lola, everything is available for purchase at CraigTheWriterStewart.com. I have 3 books. If you are an Elin Harris fan, you're going to love these books. These are... Rita, I'm going to need you to stop yelling out. Okay? She yelling out talking about she hasn't gotten her mug yet. And then somebody bought you a mug just the other day. She didn't even pay for the mug. And she said they complained about she hasn't gotten hers yet. I just put your order in the other day, niece. Hey, Sophia. Girl, I was about to take a stab at your last name, but I don't want to mess it up. Sophia Ozuhiri. Did I say it right? But listen, somebody asked, hey, is that Cash Hill? You found me on YouTube? Listen, as soon as I save up a few pennies to get me an iPad, I'm going to start going live on YouTube and Facebook simultaneously, okay? We got to save up for that, though, okay? Because I'm rebuilding Say It in a Card, which is my greeting card website. You can go visit Say It in a Card right now. SayItInACard.com. We have breakup cards. We got trouble relationship cards, trouble friendship cards, sympathy, all that stuff. So you can go over there. You can read the cards. But right now, there's no e-commerce attached to it. So if you want to purchase a card, you have to inbox me on Facebook. It's real ghetto. You have to inbox me on Facebook, and then we'll ship them to you. But we're having the website rebuilt. My web guy is redoing everything. So in the next couple of weeks, you'll be able to go directly to SayItInACard.com and order the cards directly, and then we'll ship them right there to you. Okay, we're going to do box sets. Remember last year, Tiffany Smith Bell, you wanted a box set of cards. We're going to do box sets of cards. You'll be able to choose. The box sets will be 20 cards. It'll be 20 in the box. You can choose any 20 cards that you want. You have to order a minimum of 2 cards, though. You can't go in there and order just 1 card. They think I'm going to ship just 1 card. No, you got to go in there and order at least two cards. I want to get an iPad. I guess I don't know if I'm going to get no iPad Pro, because, girl, they high. They high. They not cheap. They high. Yes, Chantel. So with Say It in a Card, when we rebuild the new site, you'll be able to order a physical card. Let me get you a physical card so you can see what it looks like. You'll be able to order a physical card. Here's a thank you card, niece. See, this is one of our thank you cards. You can't really see this on here, but this is like a purple. It's like an eggplant. That's TY for thank you. So these are the thank you cards. See that we official over here. Say it in a card. And our slogan is, if you feel it, we can say it in a card. So anyway, you'll be able to order a physical card, or you'll be able to order a digital card where you can send it right to a person's phone as a text message, or you can send it to their email address. Okay? We not playing over here. We running good black business over here. Because, see, I'm going to change your perception of black business. Because, see, some of y'all think that all black businesses are slipshod. Slipshod. There's the word for you for tonight. SLIPSHOD. Coco, I inboxed you. Pick up my mug. Oh, okay. Yes, the greeting cards are back, Khalid. The greeting cards are back. But anyway, somebody asked me what the books were about. So the first 2 books are about my life. Where's the 3rd book? Let me go and get one of these quotes. Books or quotes. This is us just we're just doing a quick commercial, and then we're going to jump into conversation. So listen. Oh, Mantra says she needs a digital card for her side piece. Girl, we're going to have cards for white people who love their pets. You know what I'm saying? That black people, we like our pets too, but white people love their pets. So I'm going to have specialty cards for the white folks. And those of you black people who kind of think you white. We're going to have cards for the pets, pet owners. What's up, Terrell? Listen, we're going to have cards for the white people who really love their pets. We're going to have congratulations cards when your dog has a litter. We're going to have sympathy cards when your cat kicks the bucket. We're going to have encouragement cards when your dog is trying to get through obedience school. We're going to have all that kind of stuff. You understand? Look, there's a market for everything. We got coming out cards for the gays that don't know how to come out of the closet. You just give a card to your mama. Just leave it on her pillow. Huh? Give a coming out card to one of your friends. But anyway, so look, the first book is about my life. The first two books are about my life. This is the first book, and this is the continuation. Are you still in here, niece? The one who asked me about what the books are about? So anyway, it's all of the things that shaped and changed my life. My parents' divorce, my sister's drug addiction. My brother spent 23 years in jail, niece. I'm from Baltimore, so the book opens in Baltimore, the first book. And it's my journey from dating women to dating men, right? And so the first guy that I had sex with, yeah, some gay erotica in here too. One of my homegirls from high school pulled me to the side one day and said, I don't know if your books were intended to do this, but they had me moist. Because I do write about sex in the books. I do. And then this second book, it picks up in L.A. because I moved to L.A. And that's why I wrote the first book. But anyway, this second book is about a relationship that I had with a married man. And his wife found out and she ended up contacting me. And her email is in this book. I don't think you heard me. I said her email is in this book. And the only thing that I changed was her name and his name. Every comma, semicolon, hyphen, I left as she put it. Yeah, we still need to find Stacy. Stacy was supposed to... Oh, so listen, let me finish this commercial, Lola. So listen. Oh, and the third book is called So Much to Say, a Book of Quotes. We have encouragement quotes, relationship quotes, and wisdom quotes. This is a hardback. Oh, shit. Anyway, so listen, if you want to purchase books, if you want to purchase them directly through me, you can. My Cash App is The Writer. Lola, hit it, please. Marie, who's trying to buy the books, niece? Cash App is The Writer. One book is $20, two books $36, $3 $54. King Rowe, hold on, let me scroll up. King Rowe, how can I purchase the first book? King Rowe, do you have Cash App? Hey boy, hey. Rita can't find her first book. I guess she's gonna have to buy another one. King Rowe, you know how to use the Cash App? Hey, Green Eyes. One book is $20. Two $36, $3 $54. Cash App is The Writer. Just Cash App me, but make sure you send me your, and that includes your shipping. I cover your shipping. Just make sure you inbox me your shipping address so I know where they go. Nikki just left here, so those of you that ordered books yesterday, they're shipping out. They shipped out tonight. You'll have them Monday morning because we're running good black business over here. Now, had you ordered them yesterday, you would have gotten them today because that's what we do over here. Royal B, the book writing process was a very seamless process for me. It took me 9 months to write this first book. And they're also on Audible. I narrate these two. They're on Audible. But it took me 9 months to write the first book. And it just kind of flowed. It was very cathartic. But the healing did not come until... Oh, Mantra, you got yours. You'll have yours on Monday morning, niece. But the healing didn't come until I started doing signings and meet and greets and stuff like that and getting emails from the readers and good black business, Melody. So, yeah. So, yes, if you're ordering through the Cash App, make sure you send me a physical address because we ship via FedEx. So they don't deliver to P.O. boxes, okay? Just physical addresses. If you want to send it to your mama's house, we'll send it to your mama's house. If you want to send it to your job, we'll send it to your job. Let me go ahead and make me some hot tea and use one of my mugs. I am so proud of these little mugs. Look at me smiling on the side. And to think, my mama said not long ago, well, who you think want a cup with your picture on the side of it or a T-shirt? I said, well, girl, somebody wanting it because they ordering it. She the main one sitting her hand out. She the main one sitting her hand out. Talking about, well, can you, you think you could send me? Wait a minute. Weren't you the one who just said that you didn't think that people were gonna? Yeah. She's that girl. So listen, today I had a very eventful day. I had a slight workout today at the gym. And then, you don't like Love After Lockup, Terry? You want a cup of tea, Green Eyes? Let me go ahead and get us some hot water on. Let me get some water percolating over here. Got my little tea kettle. But you got to get your little cute little tea kettle. And so I had a little slight workout today. A little slight workout. And then I went to the I went to the P.O. box. Let me go back. I went to the P.O. box. My girl Marita sent me some candles up here. Marie, I put it over on the Patreon. I do a video diary, guys. You get to see the stuff that I don't do on Facebook Live. She sent me vanilla bean. Look at that. Niece sent me some candles. Where are the other ones? Let me go back here. Let me turn on this light. I love Love After Lockup, Dawn Perignon. Let me see. Let me get. Look, my room is still clean. It's just a few pieces of clothing right there, but it's still clean. Look, she sent me this. Get out my closet. I'm showing you the candles. She sent me this one. This one is pure white cotton. And she sent me this one. Now, this is my favorite one. This one is mahogany teak wood. Mahogany teak wood. Girl, when I tell you these candles are so odoriferous, there's a word for you. Odoriferous. You know how to spell odoriferous. Odoriferous. The word is odor. And then I-F-E-R-O-U-S. Odoriferous. All right, now let's get us some hot water going. We're going to get some fresh water in here because I don't know how long that water's been in there. So anyway, I went to the chiropractor. Thank you, niece, for my candles. I really appreciate them. And then I went over to, they are the best candles. Do you hear me? I love those candles. I ended up going to the chiropractor, did that, and then I came home and I started to try to, yes, Rodney, odoriferous. I tried to edit a podcast, but, I ended up talking to my honey bun on the phone. So I didn't get to didn't really get. Well, now, what kind of tea do y'all want? We have options over here. Did you want to put a little bit of a hot toddy in here? Did you want to make it a hot toddy? Girl, this little bump right on my neck right here is giving me fever. I had Nikki pull the hair out of it, so hopefully that'll go away. All right, so listen, here are the different options for tea that we have. We have chamomile. We have morning mango, ginger, and herbal tea. I already know what kind I want. We have cranberry ginger. That's what I'm going to have. We have ginger, turmeric, herbal tea. And then we have ginger, pear, white tea. Oh, Green Eyes wants. Yes, Raymel, honey bun. Okay, Green Eyes wants. Green Eyes, you don't know how to. Green Eyes, niece. Listen, everything that you want to purchase is over at CraigTheWriterStewart.com. I put the link down here and it's up here in the caption. Go over to CraigTheWriterStewart.com and then you click on shop at the top. And it's going to take you to the page with the books. It's going to take you to the page with the coffee mugs, all of that stuff. Okay, we got an order for morning mango. Lola, write these down. Lola and Nikki. Nikki's in here. Write these orders down. Cranberry ginger. Tea is going to be $4.95 a cup, okay? And if you need to borrow one of our mugs, it's going to be an extra $1. Okay, so make sure you get their Cash App. Get their Cash App before you start disseminating tea. Before you start disseminating tea. Yes, and look, when you order your mugs and stuff, they come directly to you. They don't have to come to me first like the old t-shirt company that we used to use. We're going to get some t-shirts and stuff going soon. Just give me a moment. I got to fly out of town on Sunday. We got the Queen's Supreme Court down in Dallas on Monday. I'm going to go ahead and get this cranberry ginger tea. Go ahead and get this cranberry. Get your Cash App out if you plan on getting some tea. Ain't nothing around here for free, okay? We got bills to pay. Speaking of bills, I want to say thank you so very much to my girl, Jennifer Williams. Yesterday was her first time watching me on live. And she not only did she order all 3 books through the Cash App, so that means the money was instant. Oh, there's Jennifer right there. Jennifer, your tea is free, niece. Because Jennifer has sent me $100 through the Cash App. She said, I'm just sowing a seed. Just keep being great. She sent me $100 through the Cash App. She ordered all 3 books for $54, which makes them $18 each. We covered the shipping. And then she went over there and ordered some coffee mugs. I don't know if she ordered 2 or if she ordered 1, but she ordered coffee mugs. Terry, yes, we can slip some. Terry, what do you want in your tea? Tonette sent us some Baileys. You want some Baileys, or what you want in your tea? I got clothes that need to be finished drying. Hold on, niece. We can't have these clothes mildewing. We can't have these clothes mildewing, niece. She says she was rich, Kiop. Rita, if you about to light up them cigarettes, daughter, you're going to have to go outside. Because we got people in here that's on oxygen. We got people in here that got asthma. We got the ladies with heavy ankles, so it takes them a minute to walk up the stairs, and so they breathing hard. They don't need to be inhaling them Benson and Hedges that you smoking. So, niece, if you gonna smoke, Lola, please point Rita outside, please, because she cannot smoke them cancer sticks in here. Now, I'm gonna declare that we're gonna get Rita off these cigarettes by my birthday. Anybody here remember what my birthday is? That's gonna give her plenty of time to come up off them cigarettes. Hey, Tony and Keisha. Hey, look. Let me get my Baltimore girls to get some of these coffee mugs. Girl, do you see these Good Day Thinkers, Thought Leaders, Progressives, and Dreamers mugs? And this So Much to Say podcast. Look at me grinning and smiling on the side. Yes, Bianca, that's my birthday, daughter. It's May 4th. Kiop was a day off. Lola got it. It's May 4th. Listen. So, Rita, you got until May 4th to come up off them cigarettes. Marie, yes, we do have green tea, but we're not serving any green tea in here because we don't need you farting and trying to shit in our bathroom. Okay, so we're not giving you any green tea. Now, if you want some chamomile, you can have some chamomile. Did you want one of these chamomile? I guess she think her tea is going to be free since she sent them candles over here today. Here, we can give you a free tea bag. Here, Marie, get this tea bag, girl. Oh, Terry Davis says she's ordering her mugs tomorrow. Listen, let me tell you my story. I should have told this story on the Patreon. You know, I be saving my special stories for the Patreon. But listen, I'm gonna tell you this story. So today I had come from the gym, right? Y'all ready for this? And I had come in here and I had washed, I had to situate my situation. For those of you that are new, when you situate your situation, that just means you clean up your, you bathe. I had to situate my situation. So I came home, and bathed and stuff. And so my coffee mugs were coming through the door, right? UPS was ringing me, to come through the gate. And so I was like, who is this buzzing me trying to get through the gate? Because I wasn't expecting any company. So anyway, I'm walking around here in my bra and panties. In fact, I ain't even have on no bra. I just have on my panties, right? For those of you that are new, no, I don't really wear bra and panties. It's just an expression. Anyway, So I was in here in my panties. And you like that? Let me situate. I had to situate my situation, right? Cynthia loves that. I had to situate my situation. So I'm walking around here with my panties on, right? And there's a ring at the gate. For those of you that are new, girl, I live in a I live in a rich white woman community, rich white Jewish woman community. And so, I'm behind the gates and stuff. So, UPS was buzzing and shit. And I'm like, who is this buzzing at my gate? And so it was UPS. Let me close this because y'all being nosy. So, our teapot is percolating. Our teapot is percolating. And so I was like, hello? He's like, yeah, this is UPS for a delivery for Craig Stewart. I said, okay. And so I buzzed him in, gave him access. So I'm walking right here in my panties, right? And so I'm like, okay, what am I gonna do? You know how you just walk around with your bra and panty? Yeah, I just got out of the shower and I didn't want to put on any clothes because I was about to go ahead and take me a siesta. I was about to put my hair up in the hair rollers and take me a nap, right? So I'm walking, before I knew it, here he is at the door, knocking on the door. And so I'm still in my bra and panties. So I had just finished washing towels today, right? So there was some in the dryer. So I ran in there, I grabbed the towel, and I just wrapped. So I didn't have on a t-shirt. I just had on my underwear. So I just wrapped the towel around me, right? Baby, when I tell you that this man... When I tell you I thought that man was going to ask if he could come in, when I say he had looked me up and down, and he got the grinning and carrying on. And so not Lola, my girl Marie has sent the candles to me, right? So I had just finished undoing her package, and I had put the box outside so that when I go out, I could throw her box out. So that box was outside the door. So here he go. He looking at me, me. Here he go. Oh, hey. And so I was just saying, he's like, well, you got 2 packages. Now, mind you, he only holding one. He's talking about, you got 2 packages. And so he reaches down to get the box, the empty box. And I said, oh, no, that's trash. Now, mind you, I'm holding the towel because I'm hoping this girl don't fall down. So I'm holding the towel. And he said, so he reached down he had reached down like this to get the package. And when he came up, he all looking down at my situation. Here he go. Oh, okay. And so then he hands me the other package in his hand, right? And I was like, okay, thank you. And so then he said, okay. And he looking all. I said, that man thought he was about to get an invite in. He thought he was about to get a dessert on his lunch. He thought he was about to get a dessert on his delivery. Satan, I rebuke you. Go away from here now, because in my former life, I may have let you come in here and put your mouth around. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Listen, get your coffee mug. Which coffee mug should I use? The Good Day Thinkers, Thought Leaders, Progressives, and Dreamers mug? Or should I use the So Much to Say podcast mug? See how this to let you know all of the places where the podcast is available. See, I got the blood clots on my hand from the accident. Look at that. I think I'm going to use this mug. I'm going to use this mug right here. Let me get my tea bag out. We got cranberry ginger. So anyway, thank you so much, Marie, for my candles. I really appreciate it because I was low. I didn't have any. He just wanted a little taste, niece. He wanted a little taste. He was grinning all hard. I'm like, sir, go ahead, okay? Unless you come in here and pay one of these bills, I ain't got nothing for you. Unless you trying to come in here and get this Georgia Power. Unless you trying to come in here and pick up this water bill. Huh? Listen, unless you come in here and buy 3 books. Unless you come in here to order up some of these mugs, order some of these greeting cards. Sir, I don't have anything for you. Keep it moving. But my situation was situated. So if he had dropped down to his knee, if he had dropped down to his knee and opened his mouth. No, I'm just playing. I'm just kidding. But I do write about anonymous sex in my first book, Niece. Those of you who are new. I do write about them days when I used to meet the fellas online. I've been delivered from that narcotic though. And when I tell you I used to invite them over. Girl, I had to listen. Woo, I had to let that go. You know what I'm saying? When you know better, you do better. At least that's what they tell you. At least that's what Maya Angelou said. But I can think of plenty of instances when I knew better and I didn't do better. So that's not always true. Look at this tea. She ready. Did y'all got y'all tea? Y'all got y'all tea bags? No, I didn't say did you want to be tea bagged. I said do you have your tea bag? Ooh. That's tasty. That cranberry ginger tea is all right with me. You know who sent me this? Honey Mitchell sent me this. If I'm not mistaken, she sent this on my birthday last year. If I'm not mistaken, my girl Honey Mitchell sent this to me. I want to see the Hey Niece mug. I haven't seen that yet. I didn't order any. I just ordered one for Nikki today, so I'll see it when no, she sent. I had it sent to her house, so I won't even. I need to see that in person. Oh, Angela Twyman, did you? I didn't forget to pour your tea. I didn't get your Cash App. I didn't get your Cash App for your tea. Girl, I already told y'all that this tea is not free. Ooh. Look at that. It's kind of narcissistic, though, for me to be sitting here drinking out of a mug with my own face on it. Whatever. I guess Ellen does the same thing with her coffee mugs, and Wendy Williams when she was on TV. Wendy is not coming back. I told y'all that months ago. Not months, but I told y'all that at the beginning of the month. I said she ain't coming back. I told y'all that. I told y'all she wasn't coming back. I didn't open up and say it in the car, so much to say warehouse, baby. Listen, because see, you got to have multiple streams of income, niece. I get a little check over here at the Patreon for those of you that subscribe. I'm cutting my at the ones of you that don't subscribe, but got the nerve to be trying to demand me to be on here at 9 o'clock every night. They got some nerve. I don't think Wendy's coming back. And then, you know, you get your little check coming in from little book sales. Then you get your little check coming in from the ringtones. Look, we got ringtones. We got Hey Girl, Hey ringtones. All of that is over there at my website, Craig the Writer Stewart. Click on shop. CraigTheWriterStewart.com. I don't think she's coming back though, Datis. I really don't think she's coming back. I think she's humiliated. I think she's embarrassed. I think she's really embarrassed. Ooh. And I read an article today where it was saying that they're trying to get the network to push her out of her contract or to get her to leave the show or something. I don't know. But I just have a feeling that she's not coming back. Now, I could be wrong. Look at Shay talking about word on the street. She come back in March. Now, girl, where'd you get your intel? She talking about word on the street. Black people love to say word on the street. Girl, what street was it? What street was the word on? I don't watch Big Brother. That's not really my show. DT loves that show. Yes, Royal. I used to listen to her when I used to like Wendy when she was on the radio. And I've said this before. the longer that she's been on TV, the less I've liked her, because I just personally feel, and this is just my own personal feelings and thoughts, I believe that, you know, when you're on television like that and you have a platform like that, and I know that her show is a hot topic show and it's pop culture and, you know, it's supposed to be a fun, crazy show. I just feel like there's certain topics that you have to touch on. There's certain things that you can't circumnavigate. There's a word for you. C-I-R-C-U-M, excuse me, navigate. You got the rest. Circumnavigate. There's certain things that you can't bypass or go around. And I just feel like because she's married to a black man, has a black son, there's certain issues that she should have touched on. And I know she kind of danced a little bit. She tipped through the tulips when it came to black issues. She wouldn't really touch on certain things. And I just feel like because your core audience is women, many of whom are white women, you have to talk about certain things to bring it to their attention. Because sometimes a person, in this case, we're talking about white people. If your audience is if a good portion of your audience is white, there are certain things that they're going to be oblivious to, right? Because they're white. And there's certain things that they may not pay attention, because their experience doesn't lend them to pay attention to certain issues. Just like as black people, there's certain things that we may not be sensitive to when it comes to white folks, because that's just not our experience. So I just feel like there's certain issues that she was charged to bring to their attention that she didn't bring to their attention, because I just felt like she wanted to dance down the middle. I think she felt like she needed to dance down the middle. Wendy Williams, we're talking about Wendy Williams. Like, for example, like, she did kind of touch on big issues, like when Trayvon Martin was killed, she talked about that. But then when there was like this whole Kaepernick thing, I don't think she stayed on it enough. She she talked about it a little bit, but she wouldn't really get in there and say, listen, I think that we need to collectively come together and not support the NFL. You know what I mean? Like, it's certain things that I think she should have really got on, like with the whole what else was going on? Even like with Donald Trump, it was certain things. It's how he is divided the country. It was just certain things. She just wouldn't talk really hard on certain things. And again, I know that her show is pop culture and it's fun and she's very safe. There you go, Charles. She was very safe, and it was almost like she was playing it too safe because she didn't want to offend the white viewers, and she didn't want to lose her sponsorship and shit like that. But I just feel like, you know, some things you got to do for the culture. It's just like there's certain things that I say when I come on here. I know we got white viewers on here, and I know that the white viewers that watch me, I don't believe that they believe that I'm racist. I believe, this is what I honestly believe, and I think I've said this on here before. I honestly believe that the white viewers that watch me on here are awakened enough to know that I'm only speaking the truth when I talk about certain things about white people. Even when I joke and I say that y'all love y'all pets. I mean, y'all do love y'all pets. I mean, is anybody interested in the truth? I mean, you do. But you know, but I'm equally as honest about black folks. You understand what I'm saying? So like, you can't say that I'm racist. I'm not racist. I'm just a truth teller. You understand what I'm saying? So I just feel like there were certain things that she just wouldn't touch. And that just bothered me. So the longer she was on the air, I just felt like she was all about self. Like, I just didn't feel like she was... Girl, there's some good tea. I think our white viewers are honest enough with themselves to know that there is some fucked up shit going on in this country against people of color, namely black folks. And so I think that the white folks that watch me aren't offended because they see the shit too. I think anyone that sees me, anybody that's not black or of color, who thinks that maybe I'm racist or whatever. I've never been called that though, but I couldn't imagine somebody saying that. But I think anybody who would say that isn't being honest with themselves about what the fuck's going on in this country, because we see some horrible shit going on in this country. at the hands of white folks that are in power. And again, I saw something the other day, and I can't remember what it was I was watching, but whatever it was I was watching, they were like, there are two types of white people. Those who aren't with this fuck shit. They are not with it because, you know, they see that it's evil. And then there are those who are with it. So you're one of two white people. You're either against it or you're with it, period. There's no in the middle. And I think the white people that watch me are not with that shit. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why I don't think that they're offended by the shit that I say. And on that note, but I just feel like Wendy is all for herself, and I don't really think she's for, like, I just don't think that she's really magnanimous. Generous, giving. I don't think she's magnanimous. I just think that she's all for herself. I don't really think she's all about giving back. Yeah, she did a little turkey drive and stuff with the Hunter Foundation every year for Thanksgiving. But I just don't see her writing note. Because she was the same person who got on there and said, I don't see the purpose of the United Negro College Fund. So I don't see her writing no check to send no black kids to college. Like, I just think that she's the kind that feels like, oh, you just need to go and get your job and make your own way. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. And I agree with that to a point, but like if I came into millions of dollars tomorrow, I already know certain things that I want to do. Yeah. Magnanimous. Come on, Lola, you better type out these words. There's certain things that I know I would want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like I was just thinking about this either today or yesterday. I don't know if many of you know this, but a lot of black colleges are really suffering financially. You understand what I'm saying? There are a lot of HBCUs. You know, a lot of folks get up on TV and award shows and always talk about how proud they are that they went to a HBCU. But a lot of black colleges are really struggling. Yes, that's Royal. That's when Roland Martin came on there and got her together. Gathered her real quick. But, you know, I would really want to try to support some of these HBCUs. Because, see, Hampton, the school that I went to, it's a private school, and child, their endowment is through the roof. They got plenty of money. So I would be more inclined to try to help, you know, some of these other black colleges that are struggling. Not to say that I wouldn't do anything for Hampton. I would. But one of the things that I always said that I would do for Hampton is, because when I was in college, there was a girl that I went to school with. She was from Barbados. Her family was from Barbados. She was Bayesian. And girl, it never failed. Every school year. I met her in Elevate. Keon, you crazy. But I remember I met her in sophomore year. My sophomore year, she's from New York. And she thought I was rich. Girl, when you get into this first book, you're going to see why. Because I had all kinds of credit card scams and writing checks and shit. So I had all the latest and greatest sneakers and shoes and leather jackets. I was riding around in a Honda Accord. You know what I'm saying? So these people thought I was rich. I was voted best dressed my senior year in college. Voted best dressed male. But anyway, but I also write in this book about how I use clothes to hide behind my sexuality. So there's some substance and some depth to the story. But anyway, so this girl, every semester after I met her, she was struggling. Girl, you would think that I had millions of dollars now. They in here dropping their colleges. Girl, I ain't got no money to send to none of these colleges now, girl. Girl, no. No, Maurice Williams, I never went to jail. No, I never got caught. Counterfeit money. I had counterfeit money. Oh, I was doing, yeah, it was a mess. I'm telling you, I've been delivered. Hey, Khalid, I didn't know you were still in here. I've been trying to get my friend Khalid to come over here and do a podcast with me. Khalid is in my first book. I'm not going to tell you who he is because he's been delivered too. He was a mess back in the day. But listen, so what was I saying? Oh, every semester after I met her, she was struggling. Yes, that's the chapter, BJ, flirting with the law. Every semester after I met her, she was struggling to pay her tuition, right? So, when we came back from Christmas, 2019, And we were coming back for the second semester right after Christmas. I'll never forget. She was sitting in my room. She was crying. She was going on about how she didn't know how she's gonna pay her how she's gonna pay her tuition. She had one of them little sorry fathers who always made all these promises and he never really came through. But her mama always came through for the strong black woman. See, that's what I'm telling you. I revere black women. I revere women, but I revere black women. Do you hear what I'm telling you? See, I was raised by women. My mother, my grandmother, my aunts. So anyway, I just have like such a huge respect for women, for black women. So anyway, her mother would always come through for her, right? Oh, let me plug up this phone for this thing shut off and y'all be mad with me. Let me plug this phone up. It had already told me the battery was low. Let me finish my story. You know I like a nice little pregnant pause in a story. Keep you on your toes. So anyway, every semester she just didn't know how she was going to pay for her tuition, right? And I'll never forget this one semester. She came over and she cried. See, I think she thought I was rich. So she thought I was going to be like, well, girl, how much do you owe? She thought I was just going to write her a check. She thought I was just going to write her a check. She was like, Craig, I just don't know. You know, and then this other girl from New York. It was always them children from New York. See, y'all paying too much rent up there in New York. This other girl from New York, I had to help. She was a senior. This other girl, I'm coming back to the first story, but let me go to the second story. There was another girl. She was a senior, and she didn't have any money for her books. And I was like, oh my God, I just thought about it. I was like, girl, you need your books. You know, you're trying to graduate. And girl, let me tell you something. I went on and loaned that girl. I think I loaned her like $300 or $400 so she could buy her books. She did give me my money back though. But I had my little child support check coming in. My father was sending child support check. And I had a little work study program. I never had to go to work though. The people just liked me in the office. So I just signed my time sheet and they would let me get my check. So I loaned her that little money. But back to the first girl. So the girl was like, I don't know how I'm going to pay, you know. And when I tell you, I said, girl, I don't know what you're going to do. Like it was always at the midnight hour that her mother would come through with that money. You know how like if you went to college or you got kids in college, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know how like you have that date where you have to send the money in? And then you have a grace period. Well, you have the grace period and then you have that final date that you have to send the money in. So even in the grace period, like your kid or you could go to college, you could go to your classes. But then when you finally get to that point where the professor can't let you come into class anymore because you haven't paid your registration, she'd be always to the last day of that day. I remember one day she was running to the registrar's office so she could pay. They were closing at 5 o'clock. And she had to run over there. Her mother finally Western Union the money. Y'all remember Western Union? She had to run over there to pay that money. But yeah, just keep Rita. She talking about I'm all over the place with my story. Listen, everybody's keeping up with you. If you put down that cigarette, you can follow the story. See, she trying to bob and weave with that story. I mean, she trying to bob and weave with that cigarette. You can't keep up with that. Oh, she graduated. She did graduate. She in New York. Up there with that high-ass rent. Am I talking fast? Okay, we got somebody from the GED section said I'm talking fast. Let me slow down. Somebody in the GED section of the class of the community said I was talking too fast. So let me slow down. How fast would you like for me to talk? Is this slow enough for you? I would hate to leave you behind. Let's wait for Keop to catch up. Pause. Thank you, Erica Washington. Erica Washington just came through and ordered her coffee mug. What mug? She ordered a So Much to Say podcast mug. All right, that's the one I'm drinking on. Yes, this is tea, baby. Selena, this is tea. Oh. Sorry for talking so fast. My apology, Keop. Wait, Lola, where's our list of people that said they were supposed to be ordering books and coffee mugs today? Where the list at, Lola? Did you write them down? Write the list down. We about to start calling people out. They didn't say they got their check today. It's Friday, too. Marsha, do I laugh at myself? I don't know. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I'd be laughing. My mother laughs at me. My family thinks I'm hilarious. You know how you have that one family member where when you go to barbecues or cookouts or Thanksgiving or whatever, and you have that one family member that everybody wants to sit next to? That's me. I'm that family member that everybody wants to sit next to. Maybe we should get a coffee mug that says GED section of the Pen Pals. GED section. I sit in the GED section of the Pen Pals. I really like this mug. I really do. I think I'm going to order something. Well, I'll keep that to myself. Hey, backers. You know what I've always wanted to do? I've always kind of wanted to do some voiceover work. Good day, thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. I'm Craig the Writer Stewart, and this is So Much to Say. These are my thoughts in my voice on black shit, white shit, gay shit, and everything in between. Today we're discussing the folk in the GED section of the Pen Pal group. So, how did you find the group? I need to be packing my clothes. I'm flying to Dallas on Sunday. Because, we got the Queen Supreme Court show on Monday in Dallas. Next Monday, we're going to be in Houston. Lola got the list. Let me scroll back. Let me dance on back. Okay, here we go. Still looking for Stacy. Barbara Ward, are you in here, niece? Tara Myers did order her mug today. Her order came through. I don't see David Pinkney. Let me look over here. Look, we got a lot of nerve calling people out. Let me go over here. I don't see David Pinkney's order. Let me see. We're going to get that money tonight. David Pinkney. Let me see if he in here, niece. Hold on. He ain't in here. Oh, wait. Barbara Ward ordered hers. And Tara Myers, she ordered hers. I don't see, who is Cater Mosey? What? And we need to find Stacy. Stacy dipped out the back door yesterday when we asked her for her debit card for them books. She talking about she was looking them up. But she ran about the door. Look at Lola being all recalcitrant. Talking about stroll back. I'm not typing it over. No, you'll type it again if I ask you to. That's what you get paid for. Look, meanwhile, she volunteering. She talking about she ain't typing it over. She got a old saucy mouth. Why her mouth so delicious? Oh, I need to watch American Soul. Let me write that down. I need to watch American Soul. Hey, Royal B. We're a wonderful community. We support charities and stuff. We just did a charity up in, where are they? Michigan. We sent them $600. Sure did. And we sent them some toiletries. It's an organization that helps people that are homeless transition back to, self-sufficiency. What's it called? American Soul. I need to watch that because I've heard about it a few times. Lola is definitely on her job, Samantha Quick. Yes, Camellia, we'll be in Houston next Monday, the 18th. Now, I'm flying back from Dallas on Sunday because I got shit to do. I was going to stay down there for the whole week, but girl, I got shit to do. I don't know Madison's P.O. Box offhand, CC. I don't know it offhand. Stacy over there in the nosebleed section. Elisa, oh, she's another one that got a real delicious mouth. Tell me, you should pay attention. Girl, you see I'm over here trying to run a bunch of stuff. Oh, she's so nasty. Ooh, Neffy's a nasty bitch. Y'all remember that from me? Y'all Fix My Life? Ooh, Neffy's a nasty bitch. Of course, and you, Craig. I don't know what that was. Dawn Perignon. Girl, your name is killing me. Dawn Perignon. I haven't even started packing, but it ain't gonna take. I'm just gonna throw a few pair of panties in the bag and a couple bras. No, I didn't announce it, Ronnie. Jennifer said, "What is Queen Supreme, honey? She got her debit card. She ready to spend money again." Being Mary Jane is returning, but remember, it's not gonna be a whole series. It's supposed to just be like a 2-hour finale. That's what I was told. It's supposed to be like a 2-hour finale to just kind of wrap up the season. So we'll see. I used to love Being Mary Jane. Them first 2 seasons, it started to fall off. I used to talk about that when it was on. I used to talk about it on here. To me, it kind of fell off a little bit. But I did really like the first few. Listen, let me tell you something. Omari Hardwick was the best part of the show. Okay, when he left, I left. No, I'm just playing. I used to watch it. And look, one of my homegirls, I'm going to see if y'all remember this song. Now, I ain't going to play too much of it because I don't want to get blocked. But do y'all remember, right, Dawn said when Omari left, I was done with it. So, Dawn, do you remember when he left the show? And remember when Gabrielle broke it off with him? Remember when she broke it off? And that song came on? The girl that was singing that song is a girl that I know. Look, I write about her in my second book. Her name is Keena. She used to be in Brownstone. Remember Brownstone, the group? I heard it through the grapevine. You and me were too fine. Okay, so Keena replaced the original member. Remember they had a replacement? So Keena was one of the replacements, and I write in the second book about how I met her. And so here's the song that they played. Keena put the song out, and I bought the song. You know, I supported her and bought the song. I don't know where you can buy it today. Don't ask me because I don't know. But listen to this. Tell me if you remember this. Oprah canceled Love Is because the husband, the executive producer of the show, got caught up in some old scandal, one of these Me Too scandals. Okay, now listen to the song. Y'all remember this song? This is when Gabrielle told him he got to go. She was done. She was finally over him. I guess it really ain't that much to say. Hey. Just turn around and walk away. Y'all remember this song? I guess it really ain't much left to do. Do y'all remember the song or not? They still talking about Love Is. Do y'all remember the song? Hey, Tanya Hart. Hey, girl, hey. I do not own the rights to this song. Y'all don't remember this song? Let me give y'all a little bit more.
But to be prepared for what you knew, it's over. Yeah. It's over.
Y'all don't remember this? See, I be trying to expose y'all to shit. See, all y'all want to listen to that same foolishness. Y'all want to listen to the same 7 songs. I be trying to expose y'all to stuff. Ooh, it's so hard to try to elevate some of you. It's so hard to try to elevate some of you. Some of you just want to eat the same stuff all the time. You want to eat them little fried chicken wings. Oh, Shay Carr remembered it. Shay Carr remember it. Look at Tiffany Smith Bell. No, I never watched the song. Wenice, I wasn't talking to you. Sit down. See, white people, this is what I'm talking about. See, sometimes black, it's hard to deal with my own people sometimes. You know, I be trying to elevate them and trying to expose them to stuff, and they just want to listen to the same stuff. They want to listen to Beyonce all over and over again. Nicki Minaj. They want to listen to the same 7 songs. Jill Scott. Erykah Badu. They want to listen to them same 8 artists. Y'all should remember, if y'all said y'all watched the show, Felicia Green over there in South Carolina. Over there in Charleston. Let me go over here and check this Cash App and see if anybody bought any books. Did anybody buy any books? Right, stuck in the same mode, green eyes. Look at Dawn talking about I'm very eclectic. But you didn't know this song. Girl, screenshot me your playlist right now at Apple iTunes. I want to see who you listening to. Girl, if you ain't got Coldplay in there, a little Donna Summers. I couldn't even say that. You ain't got a little Donna Summers. I'm just playing. I don't even listen to Donna Summers. I'm just joking. Girl, if you ain't got a little Donna Summers, a little bit of Michael Bolton. Girl, let me turn this oven on so I can warm up my plate. Yes, Shay said that song made her rethink some things. Girl, no, I don't think. Listen, let me explain something to y'all. You can lead a horse to the water, but you cannot make a horse drink. Amen? Now, before her song made it to BET, to the TV show, I said, girl, listen, let me help you, niece. Go ahead and put the song over there on iTunes. Just like I got my ringtones over there on iTunes. You know, for all of the new people here, let me let you hear my ringtones. So if you have an iOS, if you have an iPad or an iPhone, I'm going to need you to go over there and support my ringtone, please. It's $1.29. But anyway, I was telling her, go ahead over there and put it on iTunes, because when this episode of Being Mary Jane airs, girl, you're gonna forget. I mean, people are gonna be scrambling trying to find this song, right? So go ahead and put it over there on iTunes, girl. If she put her song on iTunes, you put yours on there. So I don't know where you can buy it. So those of you who have an iOS, here's my ringtone. It's a Hey Girl Hey ringtone. Hold on now. Be afraid what you knew. It's over. Yeah. It's over. Hold on, let me find it. Wait, maybe it's over here in my iTunes. Let me get over here to iTunes. Hey Girl Hey. Where's she at? Hold on. I know I didn't delete it. Did I delete it? Did I delete the Hey Girl Hey ringtone, niece? Well, you know, there's more than one way to skin a cat. Let me go over here to this store, to this iTunes store. Let me show y'all. Wait, how do I get to the iTunes store? I don't use iTunes. I use Spotify. Oh, and Gigi, down there in Beaumont, Texas, thank you for sending me that little love offering of 10 American dollars through the Cash App. I really appreciate it. Sure did. I appreciated it just as much as the money that Jennifer Williams over there in Conyers, Georgia sent. Where's the store? How do I get to the how do I get to the Felicia, what ringtone you got? The Hey Girl Hey? How did somebody yell at you? I did used to write music, David Pinkney. See, that's how I know he. David, did you buy any books? I read about that in my first book I wrote with Tweed, Brandy. I just never had a song placed. And then I wrote all of the music for my play. Where is my Hey Girl Hey ringtone now? Open. To be afraid what you knew. It's over. Yeah. So look, I'm coming to Chicago March 11th with the Queens Supreme Court. I'm going to try to set up a signing while I'm up there, because I have not done a signing in Chicago yet. Yes, .tc, you took the words right out of my mouth. So I'm planning on doing a signing in Chicago. I need to find a venue. I need to find a location. Okay. What's up, Jeremiah? Hey, Tanya Cage. Did David just raise his voice at me talking about didn't I tell you and Lola when I get back from vacation? Well, first of all, you need to take the books with you on vacation. Oh, God. Did he just raise his voice at me? Is that a little bit of back talk on your bottom lip, David? Don't get busted in your mouth. Where is, I can't find it. But anyway, we got a Hey Girl, Hey ringtone. And we got a Good Day Thinkers, Thought Leader, Progressives, and Dreamer ringtone. It's over there in iOS. So if you have an iPad or iPhone, just go on over there and purchase it. It's $1.29. He did kind of yell, didn't he, Kia? He must have had a bad day. He must have had a bad day. Who the hell he think he talking to? And then he got the nerve to be using the exclamation points. Lola, next week when he comes in here, sit him right next to Rita with them cigarettes. Let him inhale some of that cigarette smoke. Since he want to be yelling. Put him right over there next to next to Rita with them damn cigarettes, with them Benson and Hedges. Y'all know Rita smokes Benson and Hedges. Yes, Datis, I certainly am. I cannot find Deacon Santana or Kawadis always sends it. Kawadis and Datis, they are so faithful with supporting this book tour for 2019. Amen. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get me an iPad too, because I need to start going live on YouTube and on Facebook. I don't know why I can't find the Hey Girl Hey ringtone though. I should have had it saved in my files. I deleted it? Why would I do that? What y'all know about this? Hey! Too much. Don't get me blocked. You can Cash App or do the GoFundMe.tees. What y'all know about this? Okay, that's too much. Don't try to get me blocked. Well, I must have got rid of it. I don't know what happened to it. iTunes. Hey, young world. Oh, Jennifer, you're caught up? You're caught up on the words? Let me find another word for you. You know, these words just be coming off the top of my head. Oh, here's the store. Here's the store. I found the store. Let me get this ringtone playing for y'all. I need to put in. These are all of the podcasts. Where's the ringtone? I can't find the ringtone, niece. Oh, wait, I know how to get to it. Let me go right to my website. See, that's how you do that. Green Eye says she loves smooth jams. That's how you know you're of a certain age. She said smooth jams. Hey, young world. I'm about to find it right now, Dawn. Dawn, do you have an iOS? Do you have an iPhone or iPad? Young world, young world. This some bullshit. Oh, she says she's on her iPhone now. Girl, why I can't? Let me go. I can't get to it, okay? I don't know what the problem is. I don't know what's going on with it, but I can't get to it. I thought I had it saved on my computer, and the only way I can get to it is on my phone. And it ain't working. But yeah, if you just go over to... I don't know why this ain't working. But anyway, listen. I'm about to go over here and warm up my food. Oh, it's Tanya, not Tanya. All right, let me find this ringtone for Dawn. Tanya said, my name is Tanya, not Tanya. Oh, Jan just ordered a mug. Let me go over here. Thank you, Jan. Thank you, Jan. I appreciate you, niece. Let me see what mug she ordered. I'm really just verifying to make sure she really ordered it. No, I'm just playing. Okay, I see you, Jennifer Bennett. Oh, she ordered 2 mugs. She ordered a Good Day Thinker, Thought Leader, Progressives, and Dreamer mug. And she bought the Hey Niece mug. All right. I appreciate you. Let me see. Hey, girl. Hey. Let's see. I don't know why my iTunes is not opening it. This iTunes is really stupid. It's not opening it, niece. I don't know why it's not opening it. I see everything else in here. I see my books. I don't see it. It's not coming up for some reason. It's not coming up. But anyway, listen. Yeah, iTunes is crazy sometimes. It's just not coming up for some reason. But listen, you guys have an amazing weekend. I'm about to get off of here. I need to go ahead and eat. And if you're going to purchase books, you know how to do it. One book is $20, 236, 354. My Cash App. What story was I telling, Kristen, Dion? My Cash App ID is The Writer, or you can order through Audible. I'm narrating the books. Let me tell you how I do it. One of the best parts of life is when you can admit the truth to yourself about yourself. Thus, I've come to understand my experience with anonymous sex with strangers I met on the internet resulted from a bout with depression. Cyberspace is a world where one... Dawn, it's called Hey Girl Hey, Craig Stewart. Hey Girl Hey. And then I have another one that says Craig Stewart, Good Day Thinkers, Thought Leaders, Progressors, and Dreamers. If you go to my website, CraigTheWriterStewart.com, click on the shop button, and the ringtones, you can click to the ringtones from there. Something is going on with my iTunes. You can click on the ringtones from there, and you can also see the coffee mugs and all that stuff. But anyway, so that's a little bit, hold on. Cyberspace is a world where one can become something he isn't, but everything he dares to be. I need to update I do need to update my iTunes. One can find whatever he cares to imagine because the biggest part of the illusion is what's created in the mind of the person logging on. Now, I don't read that fast, though. I read it real sensual, and I drop my voice down a couple decibels, a couple keys, especially when I start talking about the sex and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, thank you for supporting what I do. I appreciate you for being here at 9 p.m. Thank you for supporting the Patreon. Thank you for supporting the Patreon. I do a video diary. It's patreon.com/Craig the Writer Stewart. Patreon.com/Craig the Writer Stewart. It's a video diary. So like you'll get to see the behind the scenes of the Queen Supreme Court show, like when we're at the hotel or we're at the Airbnb, whichever we're staying in, me going through the airport. We're sometimes out eating together. You get to see the behind the scenes of the show when Madison and the guests are in hair and makeup. And right up to the minute when they're beginning the show, I usually give you the first few minutes of the show. And then when I'm on vacation, like when I was in Panama and just stuff like that. So it's a video diary. Nikki and I did one tonight. Those of you who need credit tips to get that tragic credit repaired. Now, I'm not really reading y'all because my credit is real jacked up too. I'm getting it in order though. You're welcome, Tiffany. I had on my t-shirt tonight that you got me. Dear Police, I'm a white woman. Thank you, Dawn Perrion. I really like that. That's such a clever play on words. You guys have an amazing weekend. Have an amazing weekend. Shake off the small stuff. Shake off the small stuff. Don't be walking around all nasty and shit to people. Just because people are nasty to you don't mean you gotta be nasty to them. Just cut them off and keep it moving. Did y'all see that thing I posted today? Jamal Bryant said. I posted on my Facebook. Let me go over here and let y'all hear this real quick, and then I'm gonna get off here. This is a nice little word. This is a nice way to end. Thank you so much, Royal B. This is a nice way to end tonight's live. Let me let you hear this little piece right here. Y'all ready? Listen. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Y'all ready?
People are jealous of you.
Listen, niece.
Do you know how many people are jealous of you? And they got no idea that the gift you have, you never prayed for. Y'all ain't saying nothing to me. The gift that you hold, you never asked God to give it to you. You got folk that are fighting you, and they don't know, I don't even want this. God done put it on my life. All I can do is flow in my gift. You know you're authentically anointed when people who got more than you don't like you.
When people who got more than you don't like you.
Trying to figure out why you attacking me when I ain't got nothing.
Yes. You don't hear me? You don't hear me, niece? The spirit had quickened in here real quick. Somebody said, go on over here to the Cash App. Gigi said, go on over to the Cash App. She must have got her income taxes because this is the second night in a row. I'm squinting trying to see the Cash App. I think something came to the Cash App. Oh. Brittany Phillip. She purchased all 3 of the books. Let me go ahead and sign her books. Before I leave. And And then Carolette, she purchased the second book. Come on, Carolette. Carolette be ordering these books. She be buying them for people now because Carolette been bought her books. She's gifting these books to people that she knows. Amen. Come on, somebody. Way to go into the weekend. Let me go over here and get these books and sign these books and put these bookmarks in here and send these on up out of here. Come on, niece. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Listen, I'm going to say this because I know there's a lot of new people in here tonight. I'm just going to say this real quick. I know I've said it before. Those of you that have been in here for a while, I have to tell you, because I promised God that if he made things happen for me, that I would always, always, always remember I would never forget the story, and I would always share the story, my story. And I would never allow the story to get too old for me to tell it. Yeah, it ain't a thing in this mug, girl. That tea was so good, though. Girl, I turned that sermon off to hear that. Get that cash up, girl. But listen, let me say this. I don't take it for granted that you guys are here first. First and foremost, I don't take that for granted. The fact that I turn on this live and it's 100 people right off the bat, right? Right off the bat. And by the end of the night, or by the next day, 2,000 people have seen the video, right? We're about to do church real quick. We ain't going to do church, but we're going to do church. And so, all I can say to you that are watching, if you have a dream, if you're pregnant with a dream, if you have a dream that's in the base of your belly, and you could be at the beginning stages of going back to school, or you could be anticipating going back to school and trying to figure out how you're going to get the funds to go back to school. Or you're at the beginning stages of writing a business plan, or somebody's been telling you need a business plan. You have no clue where to begin. All I can tell you is for every single step that you take for yourself, God will take 3 for you. For every single step that you take for yourself, God will take 3 for you. And it's not always about knowing how the dots will connect. I talk about this in my first book. It's not, because this book is not just about my coming out story and all of that stuff, right? It's also about me finding my path. It's about me finding my way. And I used to be so confused because I couldn't see the way. I couldn't figure out how God was going to connect the dots. And for me, the dots were, how was I going to get to a place where I was able to pay my bills and still follow my dream and not struggle? Like, I wanted to be able to live my dream or follow my passion and be able to sustain financially. But I could never figure it out. And I talk about this in here. Like, my bank account was overdrawn $660. My car was repossessed. I was just telling you guys tonight on the Patreon, Nikki and I are, we're working, trying to get my credit together, because over these years that I've been writing plays and greeting cards and all of this stuff that I've done, I have scarred my credit tremendously. So I'm trying to fix this credit now. I've had, 4 cars repossessed in my lifetime. 4, niece. I've had 4 cars in my lifetime that have been repossessed. All because I was chasing my dream. All because I knew at some point it was going to happen for me. I just didn't know when. And I had family members and friends that would say to me, maybe you should just go and get a job. And not because they didn't believe, but because they saw me suffering. They saw me struggling, having such a difficult time. But I just knew that it was going to happen. If I just continued, that it was going to happen. I didn't know how. I didn't know how God was going to connect the dots. But see, that's not your responsibility. You don't have to figure out how the dots are going to connect. You're only charged with the responsibility of doing the work. So I was charged with just writing the books. Just write the books, niece. Just go back to school. Just, what I'm saying? The money will make itself available. Whatever it is that you're trying to do. I don't know what you're trying to do. But just apply it to what I'm telling you. And you don't have to figure out that's God's job. You just have to figure out, you just have to do your part. And then God will fill in the rest. And so when I look at these books, to me, it all makes sense now, and I can see how the dots connected. You know what I'm saying? I can see now. At the time, I couldn't, but it all made sense. I held on, Bianca, I held on. But every single step that I made brought me to this point. Even the moments where it felt like setbacks. Even when you feel like you've fallen back, you're never off course. You are never off course. I don't give a damn what's going on in your life. You could just be moving out of your place this weekend and moving in with your family members. You might have to go back home to live with your parents, and you're 43 years old. But sometimes home can be good for you. Let me let them sit on that. Home can be good for you. I said home can be good for you. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes you just need to go home and you just need to recalibrate. You just need to recalibrate. And sometimes you just need the loving of your granny, your mother, your nieces and nephews, your siblings. Sometimes you just need to just go home and just recharge your batteries. That's it. Because you're working too hard. You grinding too hard. You trying to force the current. You can't force the current, niece. You can't make it happen any faster than it's going to happen. And see, that was me. And I talk about that. I was trying to manufacture success. I write about that in my 4th book. It's not done yet, though. You can't manufacture success. You can't expedite the process. It's going to happen in its time. Everything, and I say this to you all the time, everything happens when and as it should. If your car was repossessed, it's happening for your greater good. The universe conspires to make things happen for you. The universe conspires to make things happen for you as quickly and as rapidly and as swiftly as it can. You don't have to do anything to try to make shit happen faster. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do. All you have to do is just be steadfast in your vision. If you can see it, you can have it. If you can see it, you can have it. Because life would be unfair if God gave you a vision if you weren't able to get it. God wouldn't give you the vision if it was impossible for you to reach it and touch it. He wouldn't give it to you. He wouldn't give it to you. And so you can't frustrate yourself by trying to get to it quick enough. Because see, what has to happen is, let me say this. God, just because God gave you the vision today doesn't mean it's time for you to execute it. Just because he gave it to you today doesn't mean it's time for you to put it into motion. You understand what I'm saying? Like, there are things that I'm doing now that I thought about 5-10 years ago. These were things that I thought about 5 or 10 years ago, and they're now just manifesting. So just because he's giving you the vision doesn't mean it's time to activate it now. It's just time for you to do your research, do your due diligence, so that when it's time to activate it, you're ready. Because how unfortunate would it be for God to give you a vision, and then you plan for it, and then when it finally happens, it falls apart because you didn't do your work. You didn't do your work. Let me give you this I think I've given you this metaphor before. You know, I used to watch America's Next Top Model. Now I said I was going to get off here. Let me go over here and turn on this stove so I can warm up my food. I used to watch America's Next Top Model. And do you remember when those girls would be so excited on there? And they're like, oh my God, this is my dream. I've been wanting to do this forever. And then Tyra Banks say, girl, we're going to give you old nasty bob, and we're going to cut it blonde. We're going to cut it down, and we're going to blonde it. Then that same little girl, she over there crying and carrying on because she don't want her hair to cut. Well, girl, I thought you said you wanted to be a model, and you would do anything to make this dream come true. So wait a minute. Well, which is it? Did you want it or do you don't? Do you not? Which is it? You understand what I'm saying? Like, you have to be prepared. You have to be prepared. And so sometimes going home can allow you the time and the space and the isolation and the solitude to really get your shit in order, to clear your mind. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes you just need, God will slow you down. And see, for me, and I talk about this in the first book, so those of you that read it, you know what I'm talking about. But for me, God got my attention through things. He knows what each of us needs to get our attention. And so for me, he had to hit me in my pockets. He had to hit me in my pockets. He had to make sure that I couldn't go spend money to go buy new sneakers, and shoes and clothes and go out to nice restaurants. He had to humble me. He had to send me down to that food stamp office for a few times, for a few years. You understand what I'm saying? But see, for other people, he may not hit you in your pockets because that's not what's going to get your attention. For some of us, he has to hit you in your health. He might give you a little arthritis. It might even be a little cancer scare. Because he knows what he needs to get your attention. He might hit you in your relationship. You might go through a divorce. He might hit you in your children. Your children end up in jail. Or something, they drop out of school. They end up pregnant and they're young. He knows what he knows what he has to do to get your attention. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to think about every single circumstance that happens to you and around you. Because it's all designed to grow you and to move you forward. If you see it that way. Now, if you pine over it and you wallow in it and you can cry. It's okay because the shit hurts. It's a gut punch. But if you are immobilized and you can't move forward and you woe is me and you talking to everybody about it, girl, sit down. Get still. You got to get still. You got to get still. You can have your couple people that you might talk to just as your ears. But then you got to get still and get to work. You got to get still and get to work. And what you have to ask him is, because I became a warrior for prayer. What you have to ask him is, God, what is it that you would want me to know? What is it that you would have me learn from this experience? What is this thing designed to teach me? And then I would start to imagine myself on the other side of whatever it was. I can't begin to tell you how many times I remember one month my account was overdrawn one month. This was some years ago. I remember one month I had 13 overdraft fees. And girl, you know overdrafts back then were $32 a pop. I had called that bank. Can you please can you please reverse a couple? Can you please help me and reverse a couple of these? Sir, no, you just had a few last month, so there's nothing we could do. You understand what I'm saying? Like, there were times that I didn't even know if I would see. I couldn't even see the light. I couldn't even see my way out of the tunnel. I was in such a lonely, dark place. You know what I'm saying? And it was one of those. It's one of those things that you have to journey through on your own. It's a journey. You have to journey through it on your own because the lesson is for you. The greatest amount of growth. The most painful experiences offer the greatest amount of growth. That's a quote in here. Like you just have to, it's just about growing you. And that's why that book, The Alchemist, is such a good book. Now listen, it's a very, The Alchemist is one of those, now listen, don't go run out and get the book if you're not going to really try to read it. Because it's like a fable. The book is a fable. And so it's like there's a lot of allegory in the book. There's a lot of metaphors in the book. The story is about a shepherd. Yes, a shepherd. And he's shepherding these sheep. He's walking with these sheep. And so the book is about him going on this journey. And he has to get these sheep to the end of the journey. But along the way, there's so many detours. There's so many detours and setbacks, right? And so the character is thinking that he's never going to get there. And he's not really sure how and if he's really going to ever make it, if he's still on course, because there's so many things. And so I read that book when I was at one of my lowest moments. And when I tell you I could see myself in that book, but there's so many, because the book talks about omens too. And when I say omens, I mean things that foreshadow things that are coming, right? So, for example, you ever kind of get a glimpse of like the way things are going to turn out before it actually happens? That's an omen. And so it talked about omens. And so like I would see things and it would come in the way of people for me. Like I'd be out somewhere and I'd be at one of my lowest moments and somebody would tap me and say, I came to your play 10 years ago. You understand what I'm saying? Somebody would come to me and that was God whispering. That was God whispering to me through those people. I came to your play 10 years ago. And I'd be in the middle of like the worst times, right? And something would happen. It would just remind me that God was right there. It would just be something that would remind me God is right there. And it would kind of give me that little nudge to kind of go another couple days, right? Even when I released my first book, there was some dark days and I didn't know how I was going to print the books. I didn't know how I was going to get to the next city because I didn't have the money to buy a plane ticket or to rent a car or whatever it was going to take to get to that next city. And something would always happen. This was God speaking. Something would always happen that would remind me to dig even deeper. And I'll never forget, I had gone to, there's a little restaurant bar that me and some of my friends go to from time to time. And the bartender there, I was at a really low moment. I was kind of at a crossroad, not really sure how I was going to print more books. And I was just kind of conflicted. And at that point where you feel like giving up. And when I tell you, the bartender texted me and said, hey, you, I just had a customer that came in the bar tonight. And he was carrying your book like it was a brand new Bible. He sent all of this to me in a text. And I said, really? And he said, yes. He said, and I said to him, I know the guy who wrote that book. And the guy said to him, this book really came at a good time. He said, I was going to commit suicide. You don't hear me. You ain't picking up what I'm putting down. This man said, I was going to commit suicide. And a friend of mine happened to drop this book off to me, and I just happened to pick it up to read it. And he said, and I found reasons in this book to live. When I tell you that thing broke me down, and it just rejuvenated me. God is always speaking to you. There are always signs. There are always omens to lead you, to direct you, to let you know when you're supposed to leave a job, to let you know when you're supposed to leave a relationship, to let you know when you're supposed to move cross country, to let you know whatever it is that you're supposed to do for your health. You understand what I'm saying? You might be going through cancer treatment or something, and you might be conflicted whether you should do homeopathic treatment or if you should do chemo. There's always, you got to sit still though. And when I tell you that thing broke me down, and it gave me the drive, and I found that money to print them books. You know what I'm saying? I just felt renewed. I found reason to make this shit work. And the same is true for you. The same is true for you. Whatever it is that you want to do, don't spend your time, energy, and effort calling people, asking people to help you. Oh, can you show me how to do this? Get on your laptop or your computer and figure the shit out. Figure it out. Because the energy that you're spending calling people and asking them to show you, you can use that same energy to push your dream forward. That's all I got. All right? Have an amazing weekend. And pay attention to your life. Pay very close attention to your life in every aspect of it. Your health, your relationships, your friendships, your family, your job, every single aspect of your life. Pay attention. All right? I'll see you Monday. No, I'll be in Houston. I'll be in Dallas. Sorry. I'll see you Tuesday. But if you're on the Patreon, I'll see you this weekend. Bye.